Okay, let's do this again. Take two. I initially made this video, which it don't matter, but you know, I just like to be transparent about anything, to be honest. But I made this video last night, but I was in my room and I don't know, I felt like I was fussing and I didn't really like it. Lately, these past couple days and nights, I've been feeling, let's just say I've just been thinking a lot more lately about certain things and certain people that I don't really want to think about. And I had to like let myself know, because what I don't know if I mentioned this, but therapy is great, but we too are our own therapists too, because we are with ourselves more than anyone else, and we know ourselves, or at least we should know ourselves more than someone else. So I was talking to myself and I was like, it's okay to have these thoughts, these memories, these feelings, because that's a part of the journey, that's a part of healing, you know, and just a part of life in general. So it's not like I was upset with myself, but sometimes I don't want to think about things because they put me in certain moods, or I can become angry, or whatever emotion I may feel. But then again, still me talking to me and saying it's okay, soothing myself. So I just went to bed and said I was gonna make the video today. I'm always receiving some type of message, whether it's on a video, whether it's just something that I remembered, or whether it's just something, just a moment looking at something and being like, okay, it's okay. I was on TikTok. Like I said, I really do like TikTok. And this lady was telling the younger girls, and really just any woman, to be honest, it don't really matter what age you are, but to remind you and to let you know that to not fall in love, or don't become in love with potential. Don't become in love with what it could be. Don't become in love with what you want it to be, or the potential of it, or the hope that you may have towards a person. For example, my experience, I've realized that I was in love with potential. I was in love with what I wanted it to be, or what it could have been, or just the fairy tale that I made up in my mind. I was in love with that versus the actual situation and who they were presenting themselves to be in that moment and in that experience. So when I came to that realization, it didn't take all the pain away or anything, or it didn't take the disappointment away, but it just like, okay, yeah, I have to be real with myself. I can no longer be delusional about a relationship. And I'm just gonna I'm talking about relationships. I'm not talking about not being optimistic or having potential in other areas of life. I say go for it when it comes to hobbies, dreams, goals, and when it just comes to things that you believe in, like things you want to accomplish in life. So I don't want people to blur the lines. Ooh, my ear is cold. Yeah, I don't want people to blur the lines and not be optimistic about life itself. But it's just like, when I'm talking about people, like who are these people presenting themselves to be? And this could be anybody. This could be friends, family, any human being. Who is that person right now? What are their cycles? What are their patterns? How are they treating you on a day-to-day basis, and who they are right now? Not who they could be, not who you want them to be, but who are they right now? And if it doesn't align with your values, and if it doesn't align with your values and your moral code and who you are, it's easier to walk away in the beginning stages before you become so invested and involved, especially sexually involved, with a person, thinking that you can change them. Us as women, we have to hold the responsibility. And I know it's unfair, However, since we are the source and we are the power, we have to hold the responsibility and say, yeah, this is a no for me, because I cannot change this person. We be thinking we can change people. We be thinking we can sometimes manipulate the situation in a way, not saying being manipulative, but sometimes we think we can be persuasive with how we show up, with whether we're cooking and cleaning or having, fun in the bedroom, doing tricks and things, and just being of service and just being loving. We think that that's going to change a man into becoming what we want them to be, when in fact, if we're going to be with someone, we should accept them as far as like accepting the truth. Not saying you should accept them in your life, but accept the truth for who they are. And if who they are does not align with you, to exit stage left. And you can love from a distance. Because I'm loving from a distance. My love did not just go away. Love doesn't work like that. Love doesn't just shut off because, you walk out someone's life or they walk out of your life. You can love from a distance. However, the access definitely can be shut off and be denied. Yes. But the love itself, no. And I just had to tell myself that, just talking to myself about all of that, like, it's okay to miss someone, or again, not even really miss that person, but miss what you wanted it to be. That's what I'm missing. Like, I'm missing what I wanted it to be. And yes, I have let that fairy tale go and that delusional mindset go. However, thoughts still come up because it is still fresh. Like I said, we completely stopped talking in the beginning, I think, of October. Yeah. Ooh, my ear is frozen. But yeah, so I have to give myself grace in moments of releasing, because we also hear that time heals. We also hear that time heals all wounds, and that's not true. Time, depending on how deep the wound is, time itself is not going to heal it. Yes, time is a part of it because time is moving anyway. Moments are moving because time ain't real for real anyway. But moments are moving and seasons are passing. However, I have to take action in my healing, as far as like releasing, doing exercises or stretches, I would say, just doing different things like I mentioned in my other video, just breath work, hanging out with friends, women, and coming to the park, having sessions like this, stretching, just being outside, just taking action in my healing process, because just time itself is not going to do it. But yeah, just giving myself all the grace that I can, forgiving myself for how things went, forgiving myself for feeling guilty for leaving, forgiving that person for doing the best that they could, I guess. And just realizing too that accepting the truth, accepting that men and women are different. We're different. And everything that I was wanting and looking for and hoping for and what I wanted it to be and what it could have been and the hope of all of that was always in me. In me and other women. For real. Emotional availability, deep conversations where someone is actually listening to me, intimacy that has nothing to do with sex, emotional intelligence, a safe space to just be myself freely without being sexualized. That was always with myself and with my friends, my girlfriends. And I just had to accept that majority of ex-wives are just not that naturally. And a lot of them maybe pretend for a while that they are that way, and that it's just not that. And I have to accept that. And I have accepted that. I've been mourning a lot of shit lately. Oh my God. y'all. And it's so funny because a lot of this stuff I've realized back in 2022, 21, but I still had that hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still had that hope and be like, no, it's gonna be different because I'm different. No. We have to take things for what they are. Can we be optimistic about certain things? Yes. However, we have to be realistic too about who people are and about the nature of certain. Oh my God! Hi. Oh, it looked like it was flying over here. I thought I was gonna bring me some seeds out here too. I forgot my seeds for the birds, but we have to be realistic and take things for what it is and surrender to the truth. Surrender to the truth. And it's okay. And I've been mourning just things that have been happening in the world, the tragedies, it's just been a lot of horrible things that have been taking place. And on top of mourning that relationship too, and just mourning when the veil is lifted and when you actually see things, and not just people, the world, when you see the world for what it is. And I'm not talking about nature itself, I'm not talking about the divine or source or your spirit guides or God. I'm not talking about that. When I say the world, I mean the systems, the structure, the rules, the laws, all the fake shit, for real, all the fake artificial made things. When you see it for what it is, you see that it is wicked. It is wicked beyond what you can imagine. And sometimes self-awareness isn't fun. Sometimes being self-aware makes your ass depressed. So that's why I have to balance it out with, yes, I'm gonna always be self-aware, and I don't ever want to be ignorant, because ignorant is not bliss to me. I want to know the truth, even if the truth is ugly. I want to know it. However, I wish I can change it. I really do. But like I said, all I can do is be the best version of myself. Is to serve this earth, this land, the animals, the people, the women, the children. That's all I can do. But it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, but that's all I wanted to say. My main point is just to summarize everything, is just to take people for who they are right now. To accept the truth. And remember, accepting the truth does not mean you have to allow or accept people into your life, but you just accept them for who they are, and you love and move in that way. Ask yourself all the hard questions. Be okay with the answers. And that's really it. And don't be in love with what could be, unless it's like, of course, manifestation. You're visualizing what you want out of life. Like, yes, me picturing my life, me being in a garden of herbs and being in a garden of herbs and veggies and fruits and birds and bees and butterflies. Yes, you can imagine that. That's what I will be visualizing, because that is an actual thing. But I cannot visualize a person being who I want them to be. It doesn't work like that. So yeah, I really hope that made sense. And I want to also to end the video with this, because I'm at like 16 minutes. When I wake up and when I think about this person, I want to feel light. I want to feel lighter. I want to feel okay, at peace. And I know it's, woo! I know that's gonna take some time. And I just want to feel acceptance fully. I don't really know what other words I was looking for other than just peace. I just want to feel peace. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching.